Hi, I'm Rishita Makhija, your pregnancy mindset coach. And today I'm here to tell you a little bit more about my childhood. And the reason I share about my journey is because I want you to know why am I doing what I'm doing and where does this come up from? And if I could go through this journey and become the version I am today, I know there's a lot of room for improvement, but I'm very proud of where I've come. And if I can do it, anybody can. And it's just about the journey where you become aware about why are things happening to you and how you can yourself take responsibility and move ahead to get to a point where you can figure out things for yourself, because I believe everything in life is figure outable. So my story starts when I was young, and I think I was like maybe 12 or 13 years old. In that age, I was a really, really chubby child. Well, today I'm very comfortable calling myself chubby, but then I would call myself fat. And what happened in that moment was I was dealing with very, very low self esteem because people around me called me Velle Pani. It's a Tamil word which means white pig. And this is a word I'm still learning to forgive and forget because it was so deep rooted, because that was my name. And I, of course, thought exactly that about myself, because when I was little, I actually allowed the outside world to be my point of validation. And because that was where they had put me, I felt terrible about myself. And unfortunately, in those days, mental health wasn't spoken about. Like, I can't blame my mother, I can't blame my family for not understanding what I went through. Because in that generation, it was, like self esteem wasn't a concept. Dealing with your mental health at that age wasn't a concept. Forget at the age of 12 or 13, it was not even a concept while you were 30 or 35. So every single time when I would walk around and be called names, I would feel terrible. Not only that, when I would go to sleep, I would every single day cry myself to sleep. And the reason was I felt an immense kind of heaviness, immense kind of pain. And unfortunately or fortunately, though I belonged to the most happiest family, the most loving family, I felt lonely because it felt I was on this journey all by myself. And that heaviness was so heavy that it would weigh me down. I would literally pray that when I sleep, I wish I don't get up. And that's the kind of pain I have felt in my life. I'm sure, we in various moments in our life do feel that. But at 12, when I felt that, it was very, very immense. And genuinely, in that moment, I only thought that the biggest issue was my weight, because even I didn't know something like self esteem was a concept. And in my head, I only decided that, okay, you know what, Rishita, once you lose your weight, you will feel extremely, extremely confident because people will stop teasing you. You will feel better about yourself. I went on this journey. Of course, there's a lot which played into this. But if I had to make it short, I went on this whole journey where I decided I'm going to lose my weight. I lost my weight with a lot of acceptance to myself, like in my body, I started living with it. But there were also toxic traits. Toxic traits like not eating, feeling sick because of not eating. My mom would give me a glass of milk, I remember, and I would not want to drink it because in my head, milk is calories and fat. So I would go hide it someplace or put it in the basin. And I would do this day in and day out, not just with a glass of milk, with everything which came my way. It became so toxic that my relationship with food started becoming terrible. But the good or the bad part was I was losing my weight. Then, when I lost my weight, after going through this terrible relationship with food, I thought, now, Rishita, you're going to feel amazing. Because now nobody can call you the Vellepani. You're not going to be mocked at because of your weight. But guess what happened? I even went on to winning a title, Miss Chennai 2009. But I didn't feel that happiness I felt I should feel. I thought this would all give me the checometers that Rishita, you've arrived, things are going great in your life. But there was something very deep rooted, and I still had this whole low self-esteem issue. I would be embarrassed to speak near people. I was an absolute introvert. If people were having conversations around me and I thought I didn't know enough, I would just refuse to contribute. And that is what made me put me in this whole shell. And how long was I going to live in this shell? I had no idea. Did I enjoy living in this shell? Not at all. Was it suffocating? Extremely. Was it frustrating? Extremely. That's when I realized that it was not the outside which is giving me my issue. Because I'd fixed everything I could fix on my outside. But there was something within me which was really igniting a trigger. And I didn't know what this trigger was. Up until few years later, it came to me in a session which I was doing, rather attending, that I was a honeymoon baby, an accidental child. And when my mom had me in her womb, she was extremely insecure, extremely fearful, extremely confused. Everything a woman who is pregnant should not own, she owned all those inhibitions. She was 20, married in a new city, felt extremely lost, extremely stressed at all times, which made her very anxious. And guess what? That was my moment where I realized that has been a gift from the womb of my mom to me, because the womb is our first classroom. And my mom, being as considerate as she could be as a mother, she didn't realize it all started inside her while she had me in her womb. And for so many years, I am trying everything I could possibly do to actually figure out what is wrong. Why am I not feeling happy from within? And when I realized that these emotions which I'm actually feeling are not even mine, they have been given to me. And honestly, if I check them, they don't even hold good in my life in the present moment because I've dealt with everything. And that's the day Rishita in her true sense arose. That was my rebirth, if I had to say. That's when I started understanding that is this my emotion or am I carrying it from the womb? And then if I'm carrying it from the womb, what am I going to do to break it? Well, I'm sure we all are, in our own versions fighting with something which is living within us. I just want you to go and reflect. Are these your emotions? Or are these emotions which have just been passed on to you? Because if they've been passed on to you accidentally, because I know no mother would wish anything wrong for their child. And if that's the case, how are you going to start fixing them? How are you going to start dealing with them? Because you will have to face them to deal with them. And once you start doing that, is where your true identity really shines, because your soul is here for something very, very meaningful. But if we carry these baggages from the womb, we're not going to be able to progress. I got very lucky that I had the chance to come into awareness about this and deal with this. And today I'm living the life I truly deserve. And I wish the same for all of you. And if you would like to know whether you're actually owning your emotions or are these emotions which are carried forward from someone, please download this ebook and just fill it. It will give you an idea of what truly belongs to you and what doesn't belong to you. And once you do that, you're on the path of awareness, at least to know when to react and when not to react. And that itself is an extremely superior place to be. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this, because if you enjoyed this, don't forget to also watch this video. If you feel that this video can also help someone else, don't forget to share it with that one person, because you know what? We are in this together, and let's help each other become more aware of who we are so that we live the life we all truly deserve. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.